you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah. Here we go. Podcast 18 in your ears as the Thom and Jeff Radio Network is anchored out of Studio Nico, compound known as Trailer Studios, Forestell, Missouri, on this Wednesday, where everyone is just super fired up about the Cardinals, which we'll get to with Coach, who is sitting anxiously awaiting. Do us a favor, go to mytomandjeff.com, mytomandjeff.com.
Well, if they're hearing this, hopefully they did, because that's probably where they got the podcast.
Yeah. Well, tell somebody about it.
There you go. Today, what's today? Wednesday. Let's see. Spread the word Wednesday.
Spread the word Wednesday.
And your legs.
And your legs. Obviously, there's Kara the lesbian.
Yay!
Everybody.
Hi.
Well, it smells like a sushi bar in here. How you doing?
That's mean.
Oh, did you? I just meant from your breath. Oh.
That's even meaner.
Well, I didn't like that either.
And the gloves are officially off, ladies and gentlemen.
Ding, ding, ding.
So we got a really good show to get to, but I want to get to some friends of the show first. When I left here yesterday, I went home and grabbed the motorcycle because it gets a hell of a lot better gas mileage than the car, right? Mm-hmm. And paychecks aren't exactly coming in yet, are they?
Well, ours are. Yours just
when is
haven't.
payday? Payday?
If someone's getting paid, please let me know.
And I went around to a couple
we'll
of
go ahead
friends,
and do that, Tom.
a handful of the friends of the program here, and hung up some Thom and Jeff flyers. And I want to say a big thank you to Bobby's Place in Valley Park. We got 3 or 4 flyers hanging up there. A very, very big thank you to Bobby. That'd be Bobby Plager, by the way. And Chris, who runs the joint there at 141 and Marshall Road in Valley Park. It's the old Shooters 141. We used to go there all the time.
And we called it Shooters.
And if you're a fan of hockey, especially old school hockey, Bobby Plager is there pretty much all of the time. And it looks like, I mean, it's not for sure yet, Scotty Boom Boom, but it looks like we might be doing a podcast on their stage on October the 8th, which would be hockey game number 1 of the season.
We're taking production on the road?
Yeah, baby. What do you think?
I want to have to actually work.
I know.
Fuck.
It's a Saturday night, by the way. Is everybody okay with that?
Oh, man.
I'm good.
I masturbate on Saturdays.
Well, save it for the show.
Not as often as I do.
You blind motherfucker.
It's Saturday. Go ahead, Coach.
So we already got the first gig booked.
Well, it's not booked. We are talking about it,
okay.
but it looks like it's going to happen. So Bobby's Place there in Valley Park. Also, Steel and Ink and Brandy at Steel and Ink there in South County, Lee May and Limburg. We have flyers up there. We're going to have stickers there. And she is going to have a booth at Union Station on October the 9th, which is the March of Nine Bikers for Babies thing. And she's going to have a booth there with all of our flyers on it. Why you want a flyer? It's just a reminder of where our website is that Tom was talking about.
We'd like for you to keep us top of mind.
Right, exactly.
We'd appreciate
And
it.
on the website, we're going to have a page where they can download flyers themselves. They want to print them out and put them at a place that they go to,
right
and then
on.
they
That
can
would
do
be
that.
very cool. That'd be very cool.
This is
promote.
called guerrilla marketing.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And also The Grind, which is right next door to Steel and Ink. Great head shop there. They got one in South County and Edwardsville, Illinois. They got a stack of them, and they want stickers too because the lovely and beautiful Shannon, who works there, said that everybody that comes in is wondering what the hell happened to us. So we need to get some stickers there, more flyers there, and go in and support all of these places because they're supporting us.
Well, I need to purchase something, so I might have to you might load me up. I'll just go down there anyway and take care of that.
That would be a good thing to do. Also in Eureka, there's a place called Mobile One Lube Express, and no, Tom, it's an oil change place for your car.
Oh, I thought you went in there and got yourself shaved and lubed.
And Nick,
and they got a big old bin of balls that you get to run through.
Do they have moose there?
Yes, they do, Sarah Palin. Anyway, Nick there, who owns the Mobile One Lube Express, he was gracious enough to hang up 3 flyers for us. And listen to this, you guys. You know, just vision a oil change place. They got like 3 bays where you pull in and, you know, that
I like
kind of
when
thing.
they yell out orders, clear on bay 1, bay 2!
Right, exactly. So that, you know how when you pull in and you see banners hanging for the different, oils that you can get. He said that if we get a Thom and Jeff banner, he'll hang it up in one of his bays.
No.
Oh,
How about that?
that's pretty cool.
How great is that?
I'm
all over John Pacey.
Where's that at?
That's at, here, I got the address here in front of me. 255 Summers Lane in Eureka, Missouri. Basically, it's 44 and 109. There's a Walgreens right there. It's right behind there.
Behind the Walgreens at 44 and 109.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get an oil change there, you get a free car wash in the car wash, which is right next door, which is a pretty good deal. And, oh, by the way, remember when I was bitching before about who vacuums your car anymore when you get your oil change?
They do?
They do. The last 3 oil changes I've gotten, I have not gotten a vacuum job done on my car, and my car's a filthy mess right now.
Dicks.
I know. Dicks.
Wow. Coming from her mouth, she meant it.
Right. Dicks coming out of her mouth, never going in her mouth. 636-587-3577. 636-587-3577. Mobile One Lube Express, Nick there in Eureka. Thank you very, very much. And you said you got a place too, right?
Mm-hmm. The shop off of Mexico Road in Cave Springs.
Yeah.
Just a head shop. They're really nice.
Word is spreading.
I just went in there and said, hey, can I hang up these flyers?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like,
He's
hey,
high,
I've
that's
got a jar of herpes. Can I put this on your counter?
Can I
Oh,
spill
and-
this all over your counter?
And DeCarlo's Bar and Grill on
Nice.
Bryan Road.
Yep, and Maggie Malone's as well.
Nice.
We're spreading word.
Yeah.
It's going good.
So the other night on last Thursday, when Brooke Royal played at Maggie Malone's, and I got up and announced the band all by myself,
Right.
which I thought I did very good at.
did
Yeah,
good,
from
you
what
did.
I understand, you didn't
You're
forget.
quite the pro.
You
She didn't follow my script.
You didn't
You
forget
said
anything.
snatched.
I said
Quote unquote snatched. Come on, like
that
come on.
would have been perfect.
It
The
would
next
have been
band-
funny.
You know how
The
much of
next
a
band
prude she is.
snatched
Laura. I
the
mean,
number
come
one
on.
spot.
That's not funny.
Good one.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I got nervous.
Well, then don't rip on my humor then.
Yeah.
No, but
Don't you tell me what's funny.
I'm
Lesbian.
I'm Kara the lesbian. You don't write me material, motherfucker.
I got nervous. Come on.
Oh, you did great.
Now, I noticed that the nerves went away or later because there was a picture of you with your legs spread with your hands down
Well, actually,
with pants on.
there
but-
was one of my friends came up behind me and actually kicked me in the crotch, and I
Oof.
fell to the ground, and I was just doing that. You know?
Does it hurt when you get kicked in your pussy?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so bad.
Has anybody ever gotten a big toe stuck up there when they kicked you?
No.
Someone just kicked me in my pussy.
It was really bad though when I was a gymnast, and you just wear the leotard.
good
Now,
Lord.
what if
She was
Sarah
a
Palin got
gymnast?
kicked in the pussy?
Oh yeah. I think she would like that a lot.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so on the program today, we got a hot teacher story, and the teacher is definitely hot. We have ourselves a yes game. We got questions for Kara from you guys, the listeners, a big, huge heroin bust, which got me and my brother, who's a cop, into a conversation over the text about drugs.
Oh, I was about to say, you actually talked to one of your
No,
brothers?
no, over
Hell
text.
no, it's got to be a text.
Texting. You know, texting has really brought us together. Because we actually talk now, kind
In a
of.
literary
Instead of
sense.
making the rounds, which you'll make here in about a month and a half. Here comes Thanksgiving. Here comes the holiday season. And I can't fucking stand it.
I love Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving is my favorite.
and then it's all
Thanksgiving is
downhill
awesome.
from there.
I totally
I
agree.
hate
You
Christmas.
have the greatest meal in the world. No one has to give anybody a damn thing.
Right.
For
Everyone-
Christmas, I never get anyone anything
Really?
ever.
Huh.
Nope.
Nope.
But
You
you
don't
have a
have to give
good
me
meal. You
anything
still have a
either.
good
You
meal,
still have
though.
a good
Oh,
meal, and you
yeah.
get to see
Oh,
family.
Oh yeah.
And everyone just
Club tuna on here.
do what you want to do this upcoming holiday season. Just do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Don't be stressed out with all the bullshit. I know easier said than done, but
Sure.
that's the way I'm going to approach it.
All right, well, let's do some emails. Let's approach emails and do that. What do you say?
Okay. Listen up. Mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. The mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
Hey, Scotty Boom Boom.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
do the Sarah Palin email last of the three. Okay. We got three here that are good. Good Monday show. I was smiling the whole hour. I want to give props to the comedian you had on. I'm assuming he was an STL comedian. Yes, he was and still is.
Josh Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold.
When I go to the Funny Bone to see a national headliner, more often than not, I like the opening local comedian better. And that is from Eric Brugman. And I wrote back, yeah, again, as Tom said, his name is Josh Arnold. He's got a show coming up at the old Rock House downtown. You just Google his name, and I think he's on Facebook under that name, and you'll find all the info.
It's nice to know that
That
there's
show's tonight, right?
Oh, yeah, it is tonight.
Oh, shit, it is.
That show's tonight.
Yeah.
Way to go.
So Facebook.com, Josh.
Well, I'm glad
Josh
somebody
Arnold.
in this studio's paying attention.
It's the blind guy.
This is from Tracy Vett. Go Pack Go. I work in an office that's completely quiet. Everyone wears their earbuds while working. It is so hard, all in caps, for me to keep from laughing my ass off. Tom, you really need to give up on the Bears and come over and root for the Yellow Pants. Thanks for keeping me and everyone else entertained. The podcasts are awesome. She wants us to do a podcast out at a place called Exit 6, and she says can't wait to hear things how they work out over at Exit 6. She's also a Pampered Chef, and she gave us our website just in case anybody needs some Pampered Chef stuff. Anybody?
Awesome. Yeah, I need their little spatula thing. I had one that melted.
Yeah, those are hard to find anywhere besides Pampered Chef. So
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome, though.
Yes,
This was in the late 90s that I went to a Bears-Packers game, and I got set up big time. It was a friend of a friend who knew the quarterback's coach for the Bears, so we were sitting on the 50-yard line, Bears-Packers, and it was a mixture of rain, sleet, and snow, and the Packers just kicked the shit out of the Bears. It was one of those, 34-3 in the third quarter, and everybody's leaving, but I had 50-yard line seats, and I wasn't leaving. I was staying there and watching the game.
This is obviously at Soldier Field?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the weather was, I was soaking wet and cold and had to look at a group of about a dozen Packer fans going in Soldier Field going, whose house is this? This is our house. Our house. Whose house? And
now, did they look really, really homo like you were just now when they were doing it, or is it just?
Yeah, they looked even more homo because they had green and yellow.
Any more homo than you just did.
I think next time you lose a bet, we should make you wear a cheese head with Packers underwear.
I love it.
Packers
love
girl
it.
underwear.
You see that?
And he has to go buy them too, because
I am not going on
That'd be
NFL.com to buy ladies' underwear. No effing way. It's going to cost me $70.
Hey, I know
and I'm
somebody
gonna
that's
wear
got one of those
You can
cheese
buy them
heads.
from Victoria's Secret.
not Packers crap.
Really? I thought they had NFL stuff.
Don't look at me.
Oh, do they? If they do
I
have
think they
NFL
do.
stuff,
It's either
it'll
NFL
be,
or just college.
Well, it's going to be the Rams then because it's St. Louis.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have Steelers stuff.
So anyway, you were there. You didn't want to leave. They were singing and throwing their hands around, very homosexual-like.
And from that day on, I said never again.
Never again what?
Never again will even have a tidbit of sympathy towards Packers or
Gotcha.
Packers fans.
This one's from Josh Albrecht. Dear Tom and Jeff, I am a longtime listener of the show, and I love the podcast. To paid subscription, there is only really one answer for me, and that, of course, is fuck yes. After hearing Kara do Sarah Palin, I was inspired to make a commercial for the new Sarah Palin audiobook and have attached it with this email. Hope you enjoy. And I want to give Josh, you guys have already heard this. Just big round of applause to listener
Good
Josh.
stuff, Josh.
I keep them coming.
I don't know if he does radio or something, but his email is radio, has the word radio in it. So, but this is fantastic stuff. This is from Josh. Thank you, Josh.
Moose Knuckle Publications brings you the new Sarah Palin biography, Rogue Eskimo Orgy, now on audiobook, voiced by Kara the Lesbian.
I'm Sarah Palin. Lick my pussy.
You will hear about Sarah's fondness for the Alaskan wilderness and all of its creatures.
I love moose pussy.
Find out how Sarah gets on top of every situation.
I need to fuck something and fuck something now.
Get an in-depth view of Sarah's personal war on drugs.
Cut me up another rail of that blow.
In this biography, you will also learn how Sarah dishes out commands, Palin style.
That pussy ain't gonna lick itself. Eat that fucker.
And you will get a first-hand account of what it felt like to lose the White House to a black man.
Oh yeah, shove that large black cock in my ass.
Pick up the new Sarah Palin biography, Rogue Eskimo Orgy, at a truck stop near you.
That is
amazing.
That is top stuff.
Wow.
So good.
And, Rogue Eskimo Orgy, now I know what REO and REO Speedwagon stands for. I didn't know that before. Did you know that? I had no idea.
And you know what? It's time to eat a fly.
It's what? Oh. Time to eat a fly. If I'd have known that about Sarah Palin, I'd have probably voted for her.
I know.
My goodness, she's a dirty little.
She's a
girl.
little whore.
Has anybody heard whether or not she's announced yet? Whether or not
I don't think
she's
she.
gonna...
I actually like Sarah Palin. I'm sorry.
You do?
I like her.
And
There is
do you
no
like
way.
her political stuff, or you just want to see her tits, or both?
It's probably a little bit of
I'll
both.
show you right now, buddy. I'll show you right now.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I don't know. There's
There's
something about
no,
her.
there's no way that she's going to leave the cush job that she has
I
now.
agree.
She can make
Yeah.
millions on the circuit. She can write books until she's 86 years old.
Right.
And,
I don't think she should run for president.
And why would she even go through the hassle of doing all of that and, going through all that when life could be had on the easy street?
Well, and I also think that her own political party probably doesn't want her to run because it would, you know what I mean? It would
split
drive
everybody.
her. She would just take votes away from whoever the
She could be the Ralph
Republicans
Nader.
really want.
She could be the Ralph Nader for the Republican side.
Right. All right, celebrity wrap-up time. Here we go.
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap-Up with Thom and Jeff.
So, Dr. Conrad Murray is on trial right now. The doctor of Michael Jackson and all that stuff that's going on. This is kind of a shocking audio. We're not going to play all 57 seconds, but I'm going to read it before you start playing it, and you'll understand why.
And we'll see whose voice is clear.
Michael says, we have to be phenomenal. When people leave this show, when people leave my show, I want them to say, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Go, go. I've never seen nothing like this. Go, it's amazing. He's the greatest entertainer in the world. I'm taking that money. 1 million children, Children's Hospital, the biggest in the world, Michael Jackson's Children's Hospital.
Listen to the voice of Michael Jackson on May 10th, 2009.
That's the guy from Court, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
When people leave this show, when people leave my show, I want to say,
That's like Marlon Brando.
I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Go, go. I've never seen nothing like this. Go. It's amazing. He's the greatest entertainer in the world. I'm taking that money. I'm really children's hospital. The biggest in the world. My Children's Hospital.
Also kind of sounds like Tom West right before the headliner of Point Fest 2009. Just a little bit. That was right after you shit your pants, remember? I think I pooped in my pants. Tom, you coming up with us for the all-staff announcement? I think I pooped in my pants.
Did that really happen?
Oh God, yeah. That was
I don't
one of his.
remember that.
That was one of his reasons for not going up with everybody before the headliner. What happened to Tom? I think I pooped in my pants.
I mean, is
it was an adult diaper Sunday.
I really, really try, and I wonder why I go through all of this.
Because it's goddamn funny. That's why.
And the thing is I can't refute any of it.
Right.
It happened.
2.5 Men star Ashton Kutcher's got some crap going on in his life right now. First of all, the ratings for show number 2 were still awesome, but they were down 33% from the premiere. So we'll see what happens on the next one. If it keeps going down, then you never know how long it's going to last. But there is also reports out there that he and wife Demi Moore are getting a divorce because he couldn't keep it in his pants.
Really?
Yeah. That's and supposedly there's a young lady out there who in San Diego who claims that they hooked up when he was drunk this past weekend, which was oddly enough his like 6th anniversary or something, and she's already lawyered up too. I don't understand why does she need a lawyer? I don't understand. What does she need a lawyer for besides unless she's trying to get some cash out of the guy?
Well, there's a lot to be divided there. There's a lot of coexisting shit, I would imagine.
No, I'm talking about the lady that he allegedly screwed.
Oh, is lawyered
has
up.
already lawyered up. I mean, what? Why? What does she need a lawyer for? I don't get it.
She needs a lawyer to go shop the tabloids.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
She's going to get something.
Yeah.
Well, someone's going to pay top dollar for that story.
And
Hush
also, Fred Armisen and Abby Elliott have broken up. They're both on Saturday Night Live.
Already? They just
I know.
started.
And no, it's been a couple of years, hasn't it? Ever since he got divorced. And the reason why I bring it up, first of all, Abby Elliott is, to me, sexy as can be.
And funny. I think she's funny as well.
And funny, but could you screw her or not, knowing that she's actually Chris Elliott's daughter?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could, because it'd be like screwing Chris Elliott with boobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris Elliott, the comedian Chris Elliott?
Yeah, the guy from Dave
Really?
Letterman's
I
show.
didn't
And all
know
that. Yeah,
that.
that's his daughter. I don't know if
you could get through it.
I don't know.
You could get
You'd be
through
looking
it.
down.
You can
Trust
She's
me.
going down on you, and you're looking at her going, that's kind of Chris Elliott.
No,
blowing me
you're
right
not.
now.
You're
just
going,
a little
boy,
bit.
that is wet and warm, and look at that.
Is that what goes through your little head while that's happening?
Well, I mean,
It's, look at there. It's wet and warm.
I'm sure it enters my head sometimes. I can't give you a specific, but I'm sure I've thought that before. My goodness, that's wet and warm and feels good.
Can you hurry up? The light's going to turn green soon. You know, and speaking of that, do girls do roadhead or not? Can you, like...
It's really hard.
Yeah? You've
I've
tried.
never-
You've at least
diddled.
tried.
You've
Come on.
road diddled.
I've diddled with, the digital, but never, with my mouth. That's
texting the twat.
Yes.
Twat texting.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, while we're still on it real quick, Nancy Grace has come out and said that was not a nip slip that she had.
You know what? I read that, and I hope it wasn't, because therefore I can say I still have not seen Nancy Grace's nipple, because I really don't want to.
Nice trying, Nancy.
You know? Oh, that was my bra? Is that what she said?
I don't know what the hell she said. I know she denied it. A bruise?
Yeah, it was a bruise.
It was a bruise.
You know what? Either way, your bruise looks like a handful of brown
Well,
Schweigers
that's what happens when you hang two kids from each teat and have them hanging on, and you're trying to mop the floor. She's got
Barefoot.
barefoot. She's got two kids on her teat
while she's watching Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, fuck.
Goodness. All right, well, Coach is here, so let's do some sports.
Right on.
It's time for the bench warming 2-minute drill from the bleachers on the back 9 extra innings. Touchdown. Sports.
Oh, look at him over here. Like he's in the green room all of a sudden. He's got to take a drink before he starts talking. Are you turning into a high maintenance guy? It's over to your left. The mic is.
I just
There
wish
it
it
is,
was
right
a drink of something else. There we go.
Well, you know.
Much better.
You got money too, pal. You can bring shit in. Have the state buy some big flats, will you?
This is Big Flats, courtesy of the state of Missouri.
I don't think your food stamps card will pull that in.
Oh, we're getting drunk today on Big Flats. Thank God Coach was born blind. All right. All right, so
wow.
Huge Cards game last night. Incredibly entertaining, right?
Oh, my God. Down 5-0, going to the fourth, and whew, you put up the 13-run pool. Alan Craig replaces Holiday. You think, oh, shit.
Right.
You think now Holiday's back out. He's hurt, this, that, and the other. What does Craig do? Drives in 4 runs.
And you know what made, I don't mean to interrupt you, but what made the 5-0 deficit even worse, really, was knowing that Atlanta had already lost or was in the middle of losing. It was the last couple of innings. And you're like, okay, we got the loss over there. This makes the 5-0 deficit even worse.
Oh, yeah, because you're going, man, we
missed opportunity.
The second one in a row.
Well, Shannon even said it on the call, because I listened.
Steve Shannon from Stephen D.C.?
No, that's Mike Shannon.
Oh, Mike Shannon.
Mike Shannon.
Sorry.
That's all we got. One goddamn hit.
You can't say goddamn on the air.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
That ain't Mike Shannon.
He actually did say that, yeah.
What did Shannon say?
Shannon said when it was 5-0, and just before the Cardinals came to bat and scored all the runs, he said it's got to happen, and it's got to happen now. Time's a wasting, and sure as shit, the Cardinals come back.
We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow. That's called a winning streak.
So who would you rather have on the mound besides Chris Carpenter for today, huh?
Nobody. On the Cardinal roster, absolutely nobody. I mean, Carpenter is your big game guy.
Let's start Mott.
What?
You can start Mott.
Sure, why not?
Well, I will say this. Mott will. You get the feeling, because he didn't have to throw yesterday. He did not go on Monday. You think if it's tight and we're in the 8th inning, he'll go in there for more than 3 outs to get the save.
Agreed.
Who was the kid who came in who hadn't pitched since June 12th?
Eduardo Sanchez.
Oh, Sanchez. He was lights
brilliant.
out.
He was something else.
Back in the day, earlier in the season, he was lights out, and then he had, what was the injury?
He had an arm issue. I don't know that they ever really named it. Just basically shoulder tightness, I guess you could say. And he came in, and he was brilliant. In fact, I couldn't understand why Tony pulled him out of the game.
Yeah, I don't understand.
He got the first out
either.
after he batted. He got the first out, and then LaRusso went to Arthur Rhodes. So I was a little bit confused on that, but hey, nonetheless, we're tied with Atlanta. The Braves play at 6 tonight. We play at 7. If there is a tiebreaker tomorrow night, it's here. And it is at 7 o'clock.
Now, so let's just say lose, that they're still in the same situation,
same
right?
boat.
Correct, because right now we're tied. If we both have the same outcome, then there's a playoff game tomorrow night here in St. Louis.
Yes.
And do we know who would be pitching tomorrow night if that has to happen?
It would be Kyle Loesch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's just your only option.
He's just a little hit and miss right now.
I know. He makes you nervous,
and
but
his
that's
last
your only
start,
option.
His last start was a good one, which means he's due for a bad one.
Yes.
You know?
I want to bring this up real quick because I heard this story and I thought it was worth mentioning, and it sucks that it took me this long to get to it. For Cal. Or as they say in Imperial, Frukel.
Frukel. What do you think about a little Frukel guy catching a ball?
Frukel. I'm seriously thinking about just getting a jersey, just putting Frukel on it. just for fun.
F-R-U-K-A-L-L.
But remember the game where he should have come through and hit, and he didn't.
Right.
Do you know that for 3 days he had to be talked off a ledge? The guy was seriously
Really?
in mental distress. That the players had to go around him and say, "Don't worry about it, brother. It's all right. We know you're trying." But nonetheless, the guy took himself through days of just mental anguish, thinking that he was the one that that didn't come through when he should have, and he's the reason why the Cards are not going to advance in the playoffs.
Well, I mean,
and I just thought that was that's something else that shows you how much he cares.
Well, short of going all Khalil Green on yourself, you should, care that much. I mean, it's good that he cared that much, I guess I should say.
Right.
But it's a bit of a surprise that someone who's been in the league that long would have to be, as you put it, talked off a ledge.
Yeah.
For Kyle's been in the league a long time, and Khalil Green, he's not. And that surprises me a little bit that it got to him that badly.
Well, I mean, just think if you're that guy, and no one's going to publicly come out and point the finger. I mean, no one's going to come out and say it's because of him.
Right. Well, I mean,
but
guys,
everyone's kind of thinking it just a little bit.
Well, you guys have bad shows all the time, and it doesn't seem to bother you.
No, scratch that. Jeff has never had a bad show.
Right.
Me,
right.
We've never had to talk you guys off a ledge.
I think I've had a streak, as we just heard earlier.
Are you trying to say that I think that I've never had a bad show?
Yes.
Really? You really think that about me?
No.
Well, then why'd you say it?
Because it was fun.
You were just trying to be funny?
No, I was just trying to be
funny. All right, well, fuck off.
I just wanted to, I don't know, poke at you for a little bit.
I appreciate that. That was nice of you to do.
My goodness, you haven't poked at me in the last 3 podcasts, have you?
I just looked up Khalil Green just because I was curious what's
Where's
going
he
on.
at?
He's not in. All it says is that he's on Wikipedia. It just says that he's currently a free agent.
Yeah, he's not playing anymore. He what was the deal? We had him, and the year after that, he signed with the Rangers.
Yeah, and then he got
and he didn't show up.
Yeah.
No, he didn't show up.
Oh, he didn't show
for
up
spring training. He mentally couldn't do it. He said, and he just didn't show up.
Roger
Man,
just really sucks because for a while he was
Guy's
really,
over
really
the century
good.
against this guy.
Dude, I wanted him to be a Cardinal forever, and then they finally got him, and he just mentally just couldn't do it. He just couldn't show up.
Had the problems in San Diego too.
You got some pony news, huh?
Yeah, and it's really good news for Fairmount Park. In 2012, they just announced the racing schedule, and they got 67 live racing programs.
Is that a good number for them, or do you know?
It was 51, 52 last year, I think.
So this is more.
Yeah, racing will begin April 3rd and end September 21st.
3 high schools, and I figured it out.
The track will race 2 days a week, Tuesdays at 1, and damn it, do I want to go to Fairmount Park on Tuesdays. I want to make a string of it. I want to have a streak of Fairmount Park Tuesdays.
Well, why don't you go out there and then tell them about this particular program?
I know the guys out there.
Well,
get it done.
Well, yeah,
son.
then do it. Get it done.
I will now that I'm talking about it.
Thank you. We have it on tape. Tom West says he's going to go talk to Fairmount Park, all right?
I'll email the dude as soon as I get off the air. I'm writing myself a note. Nonetheless, the Derby will be out there, of course, Kentucky on Memorial Day and Labor Day as well.
That's a good time when you go out there. And unlike what some people think, you don't have to bet. You can just go out there and have a good time.
Look at the horses.
Have a nice meal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got good food out there.
Scotty Boom Boom, do you ever go down to the NEC down the street and watch any of the horse events there?
No, I don't.
It looks like it's a blast. They do like
the equestrian?
They do the dressage stuff, and they do the jumping over the fences kind of stuff. I don't know if that would be. I've been watching it on TV ever since I got Uverse. It looks like it's a lot of fun to watch. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit there and watch it. I like the racing better, but
But I see after a while, it's like, okay, there's a bunch of horses running, and they're done now. You know what I mean?
Well, that's pretty much it. If you want to break down, well, there's just a bunch of guys throwing a puck around the ice and they skate. And
but I mean, it's a bunch of horses, and then one of them came in first, and one came in second, and one came in third, and somebody won $1.72. Excellent. You know what I mean?
High roller.
I have a good time. I think it's a great sport.
Oh, I do too. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees were announced, and I think that this is one of the most diverse, don't you think, set of nominees?
Yeah, keep your ears out. Listen to this.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame released its nominations for the class of 2012. Guns N' Roses on the list.
Not surprising.
Chili Peppers on the list.
Not surprising.
Not surprising, but a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. A little bit surprising. It's still early.
You think?
I don't know.
They're still putting out records. They're going to have a tour this summer.
Why? But I mean, as far as I know, Scotty, you might know better than me, but the requirements are you got to be around for at least 20 years, right?
Yes.
And that's pretty much it.
But don't you think it would be, well, I guess no one is officially broke up anymore because everyone gets the reunion shows.
No, I mean, Guns N' Roses, they've been around
still
for
working.
a gazillion years. Yeah. But here's the one of the surprising ones to me. Well, before that, let's go Guns N' Roses, Chili Peppers, Beastie Boys, which is freaking awesome. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's a surprising one.
Yeah,
just
even
because
probably more so than Chili Peppers.
Yeah, they're so much more segmented than the Chili Peppers or Guns N' Roses. But here's one that's a shock to me, and no disrespect to this person, but how relevant: Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
No,
really? What she's due?
Yeah,
she was huge at the time.
I know, but I guess she's still
and that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Look at Joan Jett. Look at Joan Jett, and yes, she was huge at the time. But look at how long since we've heard of Joan Jett going anywhere or doing anything. Not that she hasn't. I'm just not a follower. But you think Joan Jett, oh, yeah, okay, she'll go in the Hall of Fame.
But I don't think so.
You think of like touring bands like that are still out there working. You think that it would have to be kind of like,
okay, so you're
saying, as they say, posthumously.
So you're saying that you would rather see, or in your mind, you get nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame once you're done?
Like you don't get into the Football Hall of Fame while you're still playing football.
Yeah, but that's not how this one works, though. I mean,
I know.
U2, Pearl Jam, all those bands, are
in there already.
Let's see, The Cure. From a fan standpoint, I'm glad that they're nominated. I don't think they'll get in, but from a fan standpoint, I'm glad.
They're definitely a staple.
Yeah, I mean, of that particular
genre of music.
And that era of music as well. I think they're, a little bit of a trailblazer, don't you think?
Absolutely. God, one of the greatest things in the world, I always say, is Robert Smith. When I got to sit down and talk to him for 25 minutes backstage at the Verizon Wireless, nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, he was at the Green Room after, I think it might have been that show. Can you give me a year?
It was the last time that he came through.
Yeah, he was at the Green Room then, which used to be a bar down on Washington. Anyway, Heart, I don't care either way. Never been a fan.
I like Heart, but that's weird.
Crazy on You.
Yeah. I think they want to get Heart in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before they actually explode.
Before she shoves another ring ding in her mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
why is Aunt Nancy up there? I don't know. She used to play guitar.
And I'm going to throw some names out here that I don't know. Eric B. and Rackham.
I can't.
The Small Faces.
Oh, the Small Faces.
Or the Faces. Rufus with Shaka Khan.
Okay.
I knew somebody, at least one person was going to do that. War. Laura Nyro. Donovan. Freddie King, and the Spinners.
Donovan and that Freddie King and the Spinners, I think, goes back to the 50s. I think.
Yeah. Those who receive enough votes will be inducted April 14th, 2012 in the Hall of Fame in anybody? Cleveland, Ohio.
If you've never been there,
it's cool.
It really is cool. I went there for one day and got to see maybe a quarter of it, and I wanted to go back. And my stay in Cleveland wasn't that long. I didn't have time to do so. But it really is cool. They got stuff like, I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is Paul Westerberg from The Replacements. They got a whole bunch of his songs written out that he wrote out on napkin, and it's all framed. And, if you're a fan of whatever band it is, you go there.
There's something to see there.
There's something to see, yeah.
Okay, so from what I announced there, and I don't know, or read there, I don't know how many people get put in at any given time, but who do you think gets in?
Well, you got to go the
Chili
top,
Peppers.
The top 3 or 4 that you mentioned.
Guns N' Roses, Chili Peppers, Beastie Boys, Joan Jett.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
the Chili Peppers.
Is it too early for the Beastie
Cure.
Boys?
Nah, I don't think
What?
You don't think so?
If it's not too early for the Chili Peppers, it's not
see,
too
I
early.
completely disagree with that. Look, if you just look at record sales and how much money they make on touring, I bet the Chili Peppers completely blow the Beastie Boys away.
You'd be surprised.
And you think?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to look
It's
that
two
up, and we'll
yeah,
see
we
how
should
close
find
it is.
out what that is because they're.
I mean, I
two-
hope they do. I'm a big fan of the Beastie Boys. Don't
two
get me wrong.
different genres, really.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think the Beastie Boys have really. They even went even more commercial. They tried to get away from commercial and ended up being commercial. So
Being
it was
commercial.
bigger than they ever thought it would ever be.
If you look at radio songs, though, I would imagine the Chili Peppers would blow
Right, yeah,
the
oh,
Beastie
yeah.
Boys away
Yeah,
as far as radio singles. You know what I
it's
mean?
like on Billboard
so maybe
charts and
that's
shit
what
like
I'm
that.
going on.
Yeah.
But I hope it's Guns N' Roses, Chili Peppers, and Beastie Boys and The Cure.
I'm really rooting for Donovan.
Yeah, me too.
I like the Spinners.
We all like the Spinners, don't we?
Who doesn't like a spinner?
Who doesn't like?
Actually, Cara the lesbian would be considered a spinner.
Yeah, I would think so.
Why?
Because
You know,
you're
the-
little and we could, when you're sitting on our cock, we could spin you around real
Lord.
quick.
Like sit like this?
Yes.
Just like a top. Just
I would make
like
that
a
noise
top.
too.
We got a yes game coming up. Also, questions for Cara the lesbian. But my brother texted my brother Lee, who's a cop in Union, Missouri, just in case anybody ever gets pulled over. Don't drop my name.
It's not going to work.
No, and he's been out there for probably close to 20 years.
I think he's looking for me.
What's that?
I think he's looking for me.
Yeah, he
if I
doesn't
ever
care for
drive
you at
through
all.
Union,
Yeah.
I'm going to pull that son of a bitch over
Yeah.
just because.
You better not be wearing them fucking panties.
Yeah. He's been out there for quite a while. When he first got out there, it was all just like rabid pigs and, hey, there's a goat in my yard that's not mine. But now it's all meth. That's what he's been dealing with over the last, 5-6 years or whatever it's been. But he called me and said, hey, put it on the news, 245, whatever. There was a big, huge heroin bust, and he was a part of this, so I think, which is kind of cool. Federal, state, and local law enforcement officers out across St. Louis and 7 nearby counties. This all happened yesterday. An unprecedented attempt to strike at heroin trafficking. They arrested 104 suspected dealers.
Now, and they went after the low to mid-level dealers.
Correct.
They weren't going after the big guns. They were going off after the day-to-day activity.
150 officers and agents from 12 different federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies arrested people in homes and on the streets and in their workplaces. Could you imagine? Yeah, we got a police officer at the front desk for you. Yeah, hey, what can I do for? Oh, shit.
Oops.
By the end of the day, roughly 50 of the suspects, most of them men, were arrested without incident. One man was found hiding under a blanket in the backseat of his car. Like they're not going to find him there. Remember when you're a kid, you close your eyes and you pretend, if you close your eyes.
Make it go away, make it go away.
Nobody could see you. I'm closing my eyes. You can't see me. You can't see me. Sorry, coach. Arrest another. Officers had to deal with 2 pit bulls because that's not a red flag of drugs being around. Not that I'm, Another suspect was taken into custody at a barber shop. Several were already in jail on other charges. Oops. One was located at the probation office where he was reporting for a marijuana charge. So if you're looking for your heroin buy for today or tomorrow, the buttons aren't in. Sorry.
They went elsewhere?
Yeah.
They're somewhere in police and lockup somewhere?
It's in an evidence box somewhere in Franklin County.
Well, there was a story about the 29-year-old woman who injected her friend, and the friend's now dead, and she's being held on murder charges over there in Illinois. And it explained a lot about what goes on. She had just, her past accomplishments, what she had done with her life up until heroin came up into it, and then just everything blew open.
Right.
But and she explained that most of the people out there that are using will buy it and then buy it for other people, and then they end up, which is drug dealing. I realize that.
That's drug dealing 101, I think.
Right. But I mean, the dealers are doing it to keep themselves all right, so they don't have, go through the whole withdrawal thing. And then, she is on the low end of the totem pole, and she's sitting there, facing life in jail.
Right.
And the whole question of the article was, do we really need to attack, the people who are obviously sick and need help?
Right.
Do we really, is throwing them in jail really the answer? Or is it maybe, I don't know, trying to make these people better and, putting them somewhere where, they can.
Well, I think maybe your argument could be good maybe for the first offense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A lot of places have a 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing. Any first offense, hey, you know what? I caught you with this, and you're obviously a junkie.
Well, she didn't have a record. I mean, she didn't.
Well, what I'm saying is I think it might be a good idea to go, here's what we can do for you. We're going to throw you in jail where you'll probably go into detox and maybe die, depending on how much heroin you do every day.
Right.
Or we can put you in rehab if you give us phone numbers and addresses of where you're getting this stuff from. I mean, that would seem like that would be the way to go. If they're not doing that, why wouldn't they be?
There is
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because you're saying that the big-time dealers are insulating themselves from getting in trouble, and why not, if you get busted with whatever it is, except for weed, because weed's okay.
I would think that ladder would be high. By the time it gets, I would think, I don't know this, but by the time it gets to the street and it gets to the street dealer, aren't you 5 to 6 degrees of separation away from that already?
I don't know.
I would think the ladder would be a tall one.
At least 3, I would imagine. Yeah.
I mean, I would venture to say even more than that.
Well,
I would say the ladder goes probably 5, 6.
Here's one of the reasons why they've taken this initiative. A lot of the officials are forecasting that heroin deaths from 2010 to 2011 are going to double, if not triple. It's a bad drug.
Yeah,
it's a bad drug.
It was nothing good can come of this.
Right. And it's funny because I got into not a debate, but
to a user, if you use drugs and someone goes, "Hey, here's heroin," think to yourself, nothing good can come of this. Same thing with meth.
Right.
Same thing with coke.
And I had the conversation with my brother, who's the cop in Union, via text last night. I was like, man, I'm really glad that they got all this heroin off the streets. And then in the same news story, they went to this several hundreds of 400 and something pounds worth of weed.
Yeah, they showed. I saw that. I saw all the pictures of it.
I mean, first of all, if you got one of the people that had a pickup truck and they just had it in the bed of the pickup truck.
Yeah, they were just traveling down the road.
And why did they get pulled over? Because their windshield was obscured, and then they didn't use a blinker when they changed lanes. Excuse me, Einstein. You know,
he was high.
I mean, my God, if you have a 6-pack of beer in your car, use the fucking blinker.
Think about, okay.
I need my weed.
I agree with everything you say, but this dude is in the middle of the country. He started either east or west and is making his way across either way.
Right.
Missouri's not even it's just a road to get through, just like Kansas is. Right. So, but you figure he's almost halfway through his trip. He might be high and he might be a little bit, sick of driving.
Use a blinker every damn time. I mean, come on.
All I did was change one lane. Fuck, now I'm going to jail forever.
I had a cup of coffee this morning and I put a little bit of Jameson in it. And then I got in the car and I'm driving and I was should I use my blinker? Should I use my blinker? Maybe, because who knows, right? If I got a truck full of weed, my God. 10 and 2 at 55 miles an hour.
For 16 hours.
Did you see? Did you see?
If you're lucky, you're doing 55. It's more like 25. You're like, man, I'm fucking flying.
Did you see their mugshots? They were both like, damn it. Told you to use a blinker.
We didn't make it, boss.
But
where are you?
It's funny to text
somewhere outside St. Louis.
It's funny to text somebody who's your brother and a cop going, come on, man, weed ain't so bad, is it? Come on, dude.
Do we really got to go here? Really,
he spent my brother has spent his entire career dealing with people on drugs,
right?
Of various, every single drug you can think of. And here I am in Eureka going, seriously, come on, weed's not that bad, is it? I mean, come on, man.
What'd he say?
He's just like, yeah, no.
No,
I think I'll come see you now.
Look at the cute little darling sitting on the couch over there.
Yeah, Coach, how you feeling? I'm sorry. I just assumed. You've been awful quiet today. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Come on, man.
You guys are talking serious stuff today.
You've set the bar high. You need to get your.
Well, here we go because it's time for questions for Kara.
Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday. Do you know what that means?
Eating at the Y with Kara.
That's right. It's time for Eating at the Y with Kara.
Eating at the Y with Kara is brought to you by all those hot girls that wouldn't sleep with you even if they were heterosexual.
Fuck them.
There you go. All right,
tried.
We tried. They said no again. Question number 1 for Kara. This comes from Shy Sarah. Love the show and the Kara segment. What are some good gay/lesbian friendly bars in town where a girl can go who is bi-curious but scared to death I won't be attractive to the lesbian crowd? I'm considered average looking at worst, but not sure what the local lesbian scene is all about. Any help would be great. Shy Sarah.
I don't know any local gay bars, but there's always Novak's, Attitudes.
Now, where's that? I never heard of Attitudes.
Is that all Vandevetter, Manchester area?
Yeah.
Now, is Attitudes, is that just strictly gay females, or are all these bars you're talking about gay men
Attitudes is supposed to be a lesbian bar, but there's gay boys there all the time.
Bitches.
Yeah. Every time I go.
This is our bar, bitches.
What's the address?
I went to. I've been to Magnolia's before.
I've never been to Magnolia's.
Is Magnolia's a chick bar?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been to Magnolia's and was treated okay.
And then the complex.
Meaning they
used to be
pulled
a big
out?
Deal, but I think they closed. I don't know.
Huh?
You know what? Go fuck yourself.
They spit on it.
Done. I make a fucking statement, and you got to take.
How did they?
You got.
Come on, relax. It's comedy over here, okay?
Yeah.
Don't get your booties all in it.
And I'm the easy target.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, you just said you went to a gay bar and you were treated nice. What do you want me to do? You put it on a tee. I mean, come on.
Valid point.
Don't get all vag bruised now. Come on.
I don't have a vag. It's not bruised.
Right.
It's okay, Tom.
Magnolia's was pleasant after they took it right out of my ass.
Hey, look, it's the map of Hawaii. Are you Tom West? All right, go ahead.
Oh, and Shy Sarah, speaking of which, Grove Fest is this weekend. What's the
that?
first? On Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's this big Tower Grove festival, like down in the gay area where all the gays are. And so
Grove Fest.
Grove Fest.
As in Tower Grove.
Tower Grove, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Crease Fest.
And there's like live bands and everything on Vandevetter,
It's a hatch wound hold down.
And it's a big deal or something. I don't know.
It's a big deal or something.
And if you go, there's
Yeah,
going to
really.
be tons and tons of gay people there.
There you go. You'll find one for you, is what you're saying.
Kara, my girlfriend and I live. I'm sorry, my girlfriend and I like to have the occasional fling with a friend, and now she thinks it's lesbos in U City living happy. I didn't sign up for this. What do I do?
What?
There's 2 girls.
Yeah.
They like to have a fling with a third girl.
Uh-huh.
Now the third girl has considered herself moved into their place.
Oh.
What the hell should she do?
Didn't we already talk about this that one time with the guy? That
Yeah, but this is 3 girls.
This is 3 women.
Man.
Same rules apply?
Yeah, I just tell her to get the fuck out.
Pump, dump, and go.
Yeah.
Pump, dump, and go.
I mean, that's always the rule, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fucked up. First of all,
grind, slide, and leave them behind.
Oh, wow.
That's the new T-shirt, I think.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know why that bitch would consider herself moved in anyway.
Yeah.
Well, like they say with lesbians, the second date, she always brings a U-Haul. So.
Wow.
The second date,
Yeah.
she got a
always
U-Haul?
brings a U-Haul.
Yeah. Second date is the move-in date.
So
That's what
girls
they
are
say
always
about
falling in love like that,
Oh.
is what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's what
like
makes
it's
the
not
real
good.
L Word. That's what made the first season of the real L Word just so amazing.
I fucking love that show.
Is it still on? Because the
God.
second season I
Oh.
didn't think was very good.
Yesterday, I saw that you tweeted that Leisha Haley from the actual L Word
Right.
got kicked off of a plane for showing too much PDA with her girlfriend.
American Airlines, right?
Maybe I thought it was
Southwest Airlines.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's no good, right?
That's fucked up.
Well, and what's the Lambert guy from American Idol? Adam Lambert. He, like a couple of days before that, said, a guy and a girl can kiss in public and nobody says a word, but two guys kiss or two girls kiss and all of a sudden everybody's up in arms.
Is it gay that I like the Adam Lambert song, What Do You Want From Me?
Yes.
Extremely.
Are you kidding me? You don't like that song? You don't think
No.
that song rocks?
Will you sing it?
Scotty?
It's good. I like it.
See?
Does it
There's-
rock?
It's a good song. It's got a good hook.
Yeah.
Will you sing it? Some of it?
No.
Just a little bit?
I'm not going to open myself up like that.
Why? You were singing this morning.
That's actually one of the lines from the
Wish
song,
you
isn't it?
would step back from the...
Ledge, my friend.
He was singing that when he walked in.
What do you want from me?
Yeah!
What do you want from me?
I think that's his next pop song. Hey, Richie! We got a song for Tom to record.
Hey, slow down.
What do you want from me?
But he gives me trouble. I do the gay jokes. Kara, do most lesbian couples use toys? If not, why not? I believe every girl has a lesbian fantasy or two hidden somewhere in them. Can you mention any of those porn sites again? Gosh, all kinds of questions. I'm curious and looking for some. Thanks, Jess. So first of all, I know you've gone on record as saying no to the toys.
I do not use toys, but I know that most lesbians do. But my girlfriend and I just prefer each other. We don't need
So you just like the actual human touch is what you like.
Right.
And do you believe that every girl has a little bit of a lesbian fantasy inside
sure.
them? You think so?
For sure. Yeah, why the fuck not?
Well, how come more of them don't do it then in front of us?
Let me ask you this.
You tell me.
Maybe,
well, look at us, for Christ's sake. That's
True blue lesbian. I bet nothing pisses you off more than seeing two quote-unquote girls at a bar just kiss in front of a group of guys.
Just for the shock factor.
Just for the shock factor.
Yeah,
I bet that pisses you
like
off.
at high school parties and stuff when the girls be like, oh my god, I'm so drunk when you out with me. Yeah. It's annoying, isn't it? It's
That's not
annoying.
attractive at all.
Exactly.
Did she say high school party?
But then when they
High school party?
When I was in high school, just because the girls wanted the attention from the guys, like, the cheerleading captain.
Did you say you went to Ursuline?
No.
Oh, okay. Somebody on Facebook said that they thought they heard you
Yeah, I
say
saw
you went
that
to
too.
Ursuline. Yeah, I didn't think you said that.
I went to Winfield.
Oh, Winfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Didn't
one.
Victoria go to Ursuline?
Oh, maybe it was her.
It was
Maybe
Victoria.
that went to Ursuline.
Yeah, maybe so.
I don't know.
Hey, Kara, I'm a lesbian who can't stand the taste of pussy. Trust me, I've tried everything. Any tips?
Switch your girls.
She said, I can't stand the taste of pussy.
But they all taste different to me.
I've tried everything. It
Well-
sounds like she's tried.
Maybe go back to penis.
Yeah, I don't know. If I was her girlfriend, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off. Like, if you're not going to go down on me, like, it ain't
What's
happening.
the point?
Yeah.
You're not a
Sorry.
true lesbian.
So a girl who wouldn't go down on you, that's...
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Like, say, if I was wanting to be with her for a long time and I waited a while to have sex with her, like a month or two, and then finally we have sex and it's like, where's your face? Where's that? Oh, it's still up here? No, it's not supposed to be. I don't want to look at you.
No, but I don't understand because if a guy demands oral sex, then we're
demanding.
jerks.
I don't demand anything, but that's just how lesbian sex works. You have FaceTime. You go down on one another, and that's how it works. If you're not going to go down on me, I'm going to kick you out of my house.
Got it.
You know?
Don't come back on date 2 with the U-Haul is what you're saying.
Exactly.
New meaning of FaceTime on the iPhone.
Right.
iPhone 5.
I don't know why they didn't use that
I do
in
call
their
it FaceTime.
in their advertising. Kara, is it hot to think there's a female, probably more than one, Thom and Jeff listener that gets off while listening to your Wednesday shows? If you think it's hot, guess what? It's reality. Hot voice and great topless TAJ sticker pick 2. Okay, I'm going to go before I start touching myself again.
Someone beat off to Kara.
Wow. So is that hot
diddled.
or not?
I mean, that's hot. She probably just wrote that so you'd read it.
Beating at the Y with Kara.
Beating at the Y.
Good. I'm glad you.
Is that hot? I mean, because if
What
a
was
guy,
her name?
Julia.
Julia, I'm so glad you love the sound of my voice. Mhm.
Tell her to touch her pussy.
Touch your pussy!
No, not like Sarah Palin.
I know. I just had to do it. I had to do
You
it.
got any more over there? No. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, Julia.
Julia.
While your hands down your pants, make sure you're thinking of me.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Coach is like, I'll be back. I ain't leaving you.
I misread that. Her name is actually Jeff. So if you could do that again, that'd be.
That's like that email last week when that guy was like, "Oh, picture me, nice boobs, brown hair, 5'4", great ass, signed Steve."
Hi, I'm Steve.
That was funny.
We got a great hot teacher story, and the teacher is very hot. She was caught doing very, very bad things to people that aren't old enough. But first, it is Wednesday. Let's do a yes game.
The answer's fuck yes, yes, yes. The answer's fuck yes, yes, yeah. Fuck yeah.
So it's like the old yes game, but I think there's a little bit of a twist to it. I'm not sure. If you've never heard this before, if you're new to it, thanks for coming over. But we ask each other a series of 5 questions. No matter the question, we have to answer fuck yes.
Jeff, you jerked off to my picture in panties.
Oh, fuck yes.
When watching a show about kids dealing with cancer, you got hard.
Yes, fuck yes.
You go to the trauma unit of the hospital and root for people to die.
Fuck yes.
You have pleasured yourself over a picture of Big Hairy Jesus.
Oh, fuck yes.
You sample the shit out of your butthole and try to figure out what you had for dinner the night before.
Fuck yes. Whew. Tom, is it true you once dated a pork roast?
Fuck yeah.
Tom, is it true you're carrying Mitch DNA underneath your tongue right now?
Fuck yes.
Tom?
Fuck yes.
Tom.
Fuck yes.
Tom, is it true you think your mom is faking her lupus just to get the attention?
Wow.
Fuck yes and fuck you.
No, it's not fuck yes, fuck you. Tom, is it true your hygiene is so bad that even Ron Jeremy wouldn't let you suck him off?
Fuck yeah.
And Tom, is it true you actually did suck off Ron Jeremy after a shower?
Yeah, fuck yes.
That's the yes game right there.
Who wanted the large sausage?
We did, but we don't have any money. How can we pay him?
Well, do you think he practiced that in his trailer?
He had to. I still love that. Well.
What's your best all-time line in a porn? Well. How gross would it be for you to have sex with Ron Jeremy?
Oh my God! You'd have to talk me off the ledge.
I mean, hairy back, smelly, sweaty, big penis. Been in a million different holes.
He doesn't have a piece of luggage. He travels with shopping bags or trash bags.
What do you mean? Oh, that's what he puts his clothes in?
Yeah, he doesn't believe in suitcases. If you ever see Ron Jeremy in an airport, you will see him carrying either like a shopping bag you get out of a grocery store or a trash bag, I guess, if he's going on a long trip.
Nice bag, Ron. Hey, Ron, nice bag.
Yeah, exactly.
He was in on the old morning show years ago, and I remember taking a picture with him, and it was just like, I wanted to go shower my hands off after him. You know, I put
he was
my
a
arm
nice
around
enough
him.
guy.
Oh, no, he was nice. I'm just saying. Ugh. You know, I can't imagine just getting down and just honkering down on that thing. Well, because I don't like penises, first of all. But, I mean, you know what I mean? And looking up and going, how much am I getting paid to have this guy inside me right now? How much would it take? Deftones tickets?
I would rather be double teamed by both of you.
Wow, that's really great.
That can be arranged.
We just moved up the notch.
Yeah, we're above Ron Jeremy.
How about
Yeah. What guy in this room would you? No, never mind.
But
Let's not do
I
that.
said double teamed.
Yeah.
No double teaming.
We could do that, couldn't we?
No, we
Come
couldn't.
on.
There's no
Imagine
way
if she was on all fours and you were in the front and I was in the back. We would be looking
No.
right at each other.
Fuck no.
Fuck yes.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
I don't want.
No? She's
there's-
honkering down on you and you just wouldn't want to do it just because I was in the room?
I couldn't get hard. There's no way I could get hard. I can't get hard.
You couldn't?
No.
What if you already were and then we came in the room?
Probably little Elvis would go away.
Little Elvis.
What about if there was whatever porn you wanted to watch in the room on a TV and you have your eyes on that the entire time? She's got you in one hole, I'm in the other hole, and you don't have to look at either one of us.
I already came.
What if you were blindfolded?
I'm done. Go. I
What
gotta
if-
go.
what if
Where's
you were
the handy
blindfolded?
wipes?
What if you had a blindfold on?
Do you have any blindfolds, Coach?
No,
I guess you
not
probably
on
don't.
me.
Hey, Coach. Why
Not
don't
on
you,
me.
hey, Coach. What happened to your eye patch?
What?
Oh, God.
I don't get it either, Coach. All right, hot teacher, and this is a great website.
Why
If
don't you
anybody's
wear
ever
two
seen
eye patches around
bad,
and have them cross at the forehead?
I'll get you over there. You can kick his ass.
Now,
Pretty
that
easy.
would be
Don't worry
pretty
about it.
fucking funny.
That's funny.
There's a great website called badjocks.com, and that's where I got this story. Hot cheerleading coach / teacher is accused of having sex with 3 high school boys.
Is there a picture?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
She looks like Casey Anthony.
What do you think? Here, I mean, it's, it's off of the printer. But if you go to badjocks.com, she's the top story.
Bad jocks.
Yeah, badjocks.com. It says their
2,
tagline
4, 6, 8. Get your cocks out and masturbate.
their tagline says it's like Cops meets Sports Center. So this case has taken a long time to play out, but that's because the accused high school psychology teacher and cheerleading coach, Michelle Preston, has been in the hospital recovering from injuries she sustained in a one-car accident. She tried to drive her car off a cliff after she got busted. So she lived through it. She just got to the hospital. Inappropriate relationships with not one, but 3 underage male students at the school. What are we listening to?
What's going on there?
What's happening?
Scotty.
Something's brightening our world. It's Airwick.
I was
This
looking
segment-
at the picture of the bad jocks thing, and there was some fucking
No, an ad.
advertisement.
This sex teachers segment brought to you by Airwicks.
Airwicks.
Every time you screw in your car, spray Airwicks, and the cops will never know.
Make your room smell like cinnamon with Airwicks.
She could go to jail for 30 years if she gets busted on this. 3 counts of having unlawful sexual relations, acts committed with the young lads between September 1 through December 31st, 2010, up to 30 years in jail. Look at those eyes. Look at her.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Tell me you weren't 16 years old and she was like, hey, you want to get in the back of my Camaro?
And since she's a cheerleading coach, she's bendy.
Right. You know she was a cheerleader if she's a cheerleading coach.
And you know that she uses the uniforms to tease.
Mm-hmm.
And a bitch. Cheerleading coaches are bitch.
She's
They
got.
are?
Oh,
Were you a
was it?
cheerleader?
I was.
Oh, I bet that's like having a buffet for you, just being around
I
all
was a
those cheer.
gymnast, though.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Oh, my goodness. No, but I'm saying being around the other girls that are half naked all the time, too, right? Did you ever
well,
sample
Any
any
locker
other?
room
I
stories?
was only a cheerleader in 7th grade for 1 semester.
Oh,
'cause I
okay,
hated
gotcha.
it.
Yeah.
But,
No good? It
all
was
the
it too
cheerleaders-
feminine for
all
you?
the cheerleaders at my school are hideous.
Really?
Ugh.
Winfield doesn't have beautiful...
No, they
Cheerleader?
don't. No, they don't.
Is that how they talk there?
Yep, pretty
What do you
much.
think of the picture of that cheerleader coach? Oh, sorry.
She is hot. I'd do her.
You would?
I would.
That's really surprising.
Now the question is, would Kara do her?
No.
No? She probably knows stuff. You know what
Her
I mean?
eyes are too big.
Yeah, she is kind of
You
staring
can't
at you.
judge someone on a mug shot.
That's true.
You can't.
No.
But judging by the mugshot, no, I wouldn't.
What do you think of her, Scott? Scotty Boom Boom? You saw the picture over there on the...
Yeah, no.
No?
It's not a great picture.
No? Well, it is a mugshot.
Well,
It's not glamour shots. It's mug shots.
yes.
There's a story out of Malaysia where a guy has claimed that his wife was raped by, quote, an invisible man. Where does this story come from, you ask? Well, he's laying in bed next to his wife, and his wife while she's sleeping, starts removing her clothing and touching her own body and moaning while she's sleeping at night. And he says that she's being raped by an invisible man. Isn't that called masturbation?
Immaculate conception.
I mean, you're sitting there, you're laying in bed next to your significant other, and they're sleeping, and you got Showtime on, you know.
Emmanuel 16 is on.
And you just start going to town on yourself there, and they wake up and turn over, and you just go, I'm being raped by an invisible man. I swear.
Dumb.
He even went to a medium.
Bitch.
Dumb bitch. Who then told him that someone had used black magic to take away his wife's soul and rape her. That's what the medium said. Being raped by an invisible man. That'll be $42. Thank you very much. This happened in Malaysia, so.
Well, that kind of sets the mood for everything, doesn't it?
I think it actually does. That's all I got.
Invisible men fucking in Malaysia.
I want to thank big sponsors for the program today, which would be everybody who's letting us hang up some sort of flyer in their place. Mobile One, thank you very much, Nick, and Mobile One in Eureka. The Grind in South County, that's THA Grind. Steel and Ink Studios right next door to the Grind. Bobby's Place in Valley Park. Scotty Boom Boom, you said Maggie Malone's?
Maggie Malone's, DeCarlo's on Bryan Road.
And the shop? Mm-hmm. Where's the shop at?
It's on Mexico Road off of the Cave Springs exit. It is right across from, let's see, what is that place? Midnight Auto Supply.
Nice. And they have some flyers and whatnot there.
Also a host of bars in Soulard, whether it be Nadine's, ITAP.
ITAP's got some flyers up?
They will today.
Oh, kick ass. Okay.
Because I'm going down there tonight and gonna.
Oh, and Show Me's.
I'm gonna re-hit the greater Soulard area this evening.
Good deal.
So.
I was tweeting with our friend Sean Conroy
He's
last
a good
night.
dude.
Yeah, he put some sort of hex on the good fortunes of the Cardinals last night. I'm like, shut up and go pour somebody a beer from Istanbul. And I think I misspelled Istanbul, which isn't really a shock. So tomorrow on the program, the guy who runs, I think doesn't he own Family Arena?
He's the owner, proprietor, Family Arena, Tom O'Keefe.
And he started out as our intern, but he made something of himself anyway. Kara, the lesbian, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
People can see you at Show Me's
tomorrow
night.
Tomorrow
the way,
tomorrow morning.
Speaking of which, gas is now $3.19. Yesterday it was $2.89.
It is? It was $2.85 when I left Eureka.
It's $3.19 up and down Highway N. There's a little gas station underneath Highway N that I saw coming through the highway that still has it at $2.88. Everything in the city,
Son of a bitch, I need
everything
gas.
in the city is $3.19, and I haven't seen anything.
Damn it.
It was $2.89 yesterday.
Yeah, it was $2.85 with cash, $2.89 credit card yesterday in Eureka. Son of a bitch, I need gas.
There you go. We'll try to do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys.
That's a wrap.